What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer update video. Today is Thursday. It's 48 hours until Arsenal's last friendly of pre-season as they play the Emirates Cup at the Emirates against Seville. And the transfer front is going a little bit quiet. I think now the focus is more on players leaving the club rather than players coming in. We know that we've signed a number of players. Naturally, the club are going to be looking to save wages and to recoup some money before hopefully they go on another little spending spree towards the end of the transfer window. And big up to everyone who's been supporting the videos as usual. Fantastic support. Really appreciate the interaction, the comments, the likes. Absolute legendary community. C-Unit business. And yeah, I'm still jet lagged. I can't lie, people. My time and sleep is all over the place at the moment, so I'm still getting used to being back in the UK. But listen, Arsenal have signed a deal today, not the kind of deal that we probably expected or wanted. It's not Yuri Tillemans, it's not Paqueta, it's no one like that, Leroy Sané. Arsenal have announced a new partnership deal with Prime, which is a hydration drink which was founded by KSI and YouTuber Logan Paul. Now, obviously, KSI and Logan Paul, these guys have been involved in boxing matches and so on and so forth. They set up this drink called Prime. It's available in stores, I believe, in the UK and supermarkets. It's like an energy drink. Apparently, it aids muscle recovery. It's a coconut water-based drink. They do many flavors: orange, grape, raspberry, lemon, lime, tropical, all of that stuff. And they have become the official hydration partner of Arsenal. So it shows you the kind of money that KSI and Logan Paul must be making if they can sponsor Arsenal for their official hydration drink. I don't know much about the drink. I've never tried it. Apparently, the staff members and the players will be using this drink, and it will also be available for purchase throughout the stadium for fans as well. Now, Arsenal, I always say Arsenal are Champions League when it comes to PR. They're brilliant when it comes to PR. They're not stupid. KSI has over 25 million followers on Instagram. Logan Paul over 24 million. Naturally, you would expect some of those two's fan base to now lean towards Arsenal. These guys will probably... Well, KSI is actually a gooner, and he has a box at Arsenal. He goes to games on a regular basis. I'm not sure if Logan Paul is, but obviously he was seen today wearing the Arsenal shirt as well. It's a PR move, let's be honest. Is the drink that good? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But when two guys have got over 50 million followers on one social media platform alone, it is great business for Arsenal. It puts them out there. They go into different markets. People maybe start supporting Arsenal and buying Arsenal merch who weren't doing it before. So, as I said, Champions League, when it comes to PR, you can't be mad at it. We expect football clubs to spend. They have to recoup money. And you've got to be business savvy nowadays. So, personally, listen, it's not the deal I wanted to see Arsenal announce today. I would have preferred Yuri Tillemans or Milinkovic-Savic or Leroy Sané. But listen, the club have to make money. We've seen with the Amazon Prime deal, they're going to make millions off that. And I'm sure they're going to make millions off this deal with Logan Paul and KSI as well. So let me know what you think about that. Are you not that bothered about it? A lot of people probably won't be. For me, it's PR. It's savvy, in my opinion. And I'm sure Arsenal will make a lot of money and get a lot of publicity out of this. And, you've seen that we haven't sold many players. So I'm sure the club are looking to earn money in other ways. That is for sure, people. Let's talk transfers. Let's talk about the transfers possibly coming in at the moment. One player that looks as if he will not be joining Arsenal now is Brazilian Lucas Paqueta. Now, Lucas Paqueta has apparently dismissed any interest in joining Arsenal this summer. He was asked over there in France, about the potential move to Arsenal and this, that, the other. Apparently, number one, Lucas Paqueta wants Champions League football to boost his chances of going to the World Cup with Brazil. And apparently, he's been speaking about going to Manchester City. Now, Barcelona, the club that have got no money, that apparently, hundreds of millions in debt, who are buying players left, right and centre. Barcelona want to sign Bernardo Silva from Manchester City. Apparently, he's keen on a move if they can agree a deal. Paqueta could be signed by Manchester City as a replacement for Bernardo Silva. Now, if Manchester City are lurking in the backgrounds, having conversations with Paqueta's agent, it's going to be very difficult to convince him to come to Arsenal. Edu spoke about him the other day, saying he was a fantastic player, somebody he hugely admired, but he didn't see him as somebody that we needed. He plays in a similar position to Martin Odegaard and also Fabio Vieira, so wasn't seen as a priority. So I think Lucas Paqueta, any chance of that deal happening is slim to none, that is for sure, with Manchester City leaning on him in the background. So no Paqueta talk for the time being, people. Let me know what you think on that one. Yuri Tielemans, again, I mean, Daily Yuri is the new thing, people. It was Daily Dusan in January. We speak about Yuri Tielemans every single day now. A story has come out today that there is a lot of unrest behind the scenes at Leicester City at the moment, and that Tielemans is simply waiting for a move to be agreed for him to leave. Now, the two clubs that have been constantly linked with him, Arsenal and Manchester United. Now, we've said many times, United will go for Tielemans if they can't get Frenkie de Jong. De Jong doesn't want to leave. Barcelona seem to want to get rid of him. They've spent a lot of money on Lewandowski, on Koundé, on Rafinha, and they want to recoup some cash. I think Man United will play a waiting game for de Jong because he's their top priority, but they may turn their attention to Tielemans if they don't get him. Arsenal, I think it's simply a case of getting rid of 2 or 3 players, recouping some cash, recouping some wages, then hopefully they will go for him and bring him in. Obviously, I still want to see a specialist centre midfielder brought in rather than using Zinchenko as that left-back / midfielder. I would still like to see another midfielder brought to the club. So a lot of unrest at Leicester, no new signings. Kasper Schmeichel on his way out. Chelsea apparently now looking at Fofana from Leicester. And obviously Tielemans refusing to sign a new contract. A lot of unrest there. And without being disrespectful to Leicester, Arsenal should be making the most of that unrest, going and getting Yuri Tielemans, maybe even at a reduced price, due to the fact he really wants to leave the football club. So it's a waiting game with that one, unfortunately, people. And let's hope we get a deal done for him sooner rather than later. One thing's for sure, I don't expect Arsenal to sign anybody before we play against Crystal Palace next Friday. I think any deal will be after that. And so we'll have to see what happens on that one. A lot of it is down to the fact, people, that we haven't sold any players yet. The only player we've actually sold this summer is Matteo Guendouzi. That was a pre-agreed contract. We haven't actually sat down and negotiated the sale of anybody in this transfer window. And that is something that we have to figure out and sort out sooner rather than later. And somebody who looks as if they're on their way out, people, is Nuno Tavares. Now, there's been a little twist in this deal. Nuno Tavares, about a week ago, it looked as if he was going to go to Brighton. Then it looked as if he was going to Atalanta. It looks as if he's going to join Marseille. Now, Marseille were linked with him around a month ago, and they've come back in for him. They signed Kolasinac offers in January. They've come back for another left-back. Not two great options, to be honest. But listen, Nuno Tavares, I think, at least does have potential. He's still young, only 22, and can develop. Fabrizio Romano tweeted, Nuno Tavares is set to join Marseille. A medical will be on Friday. Arsenal and Marseille have a full agreement on a loan deal. No buy option included. So, listen, for me, I think Tavares has got potential. He's a fantastic athlete. He went on a run against Chelsea where he made 50, 60 yards up and won a free kick. And you're like, there is talent there, but he's certainly, you know, a raw talent and who needs nurturing. I think with Zinchenko and Tierney, he's not going to get enough game time at Arsenal. So a move to Marseille would do him well. Saliba has developed there. Guendouzi did well there. French league is quick and physical, quite similar to the Prem, maybe not as high a level overall. Marseille is a big football club, a big atmosphere, and they're in the Champions League. So Tavares, you know, in terms of where they are at the moment, you know, you're going to a Champions League club. It's a fantastic opportunity for him to develop. Two things should happen from this deal. Number one, he improves and we bring him back to Arsenal, or he improves and we sell him at an inflated price next summer. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But listen, good luck to Nuno Tavares heading to Marseille on loan for the season, and we'll certainly keep an eye on him and his progress in the Champions League this season. Hopefully he comes back a much improved player. And the final one, people, Hector Bellerin looks as if he could be heading out of the door at Arsenal. Now, we all know that Arsenal played a behind-closed-doors friendly yesterday against Brentford. We were beaten 2-1. We had a much weaker team out. So did Brentford. It's not the end of the world. It would have been nice to win. And Hector Bellerin wasn't even brought on as a substitute in this game, which would indicate his future lies elsewhere. Now, stories coming out of Spain today that Hector Bellerin could be on his way back to Real Betis. Arsenal are going to heavily reduce the asking price in order to make his wages acceptable to Real Betis. There are even rumours that he could leave on a free transfer with an inflated sell-on clause. Very similar deal happened with Dele Alli. He went to Everton on a free with, I think, a 25% sell-on clause in the future, which is kind of, listen, we'll accept no money or very little money now, but we know in the future if that player gets a big move, we get a big chunk of it. It looks as if Arsenal are going to take peanuts or even take nothing for Hector Bellerin with a big sell-on clause. He earns £100,000 a week. It's amazing that 3 or 4 years ago, Barcelona were being linked with him for £45 million. It looks as if we're going to end up losing him on a free transfer. Bad business again. But, you know, you have to make the most of the market. You have to know when to sell a player, and you have to know not to put them on too high a wage, which makes them very difficult to sell in the future. So Bellerin on his way out. Would you just let him go on a free now with a big sell-on clause to get him out the door? Personally, I think keeping Hector Bellerin is worse than letting him go for free with a sell-on clause. So me personally, even though I would like to see Arsenal recoup some money for him, I personally wouldn't be against letting him go with a big sell-on clause. So Hector Bellerin on his way out of Arsenal. Thank you very much for tuning in today, people. Not the most exciting of transfer update videos today. KSI and Logan Paul sponsoring Arsenal with their drink Prime. What do you think of that? Paqueta doesn't want to join Arsenal, being linked with Manchester City. Tielemans apparently desperate to leave Leicester. What are Arsenal waiting for? Is it simply a case of selling a few players? Tavares on his way to Marseille on loan. That should be done tomorrow. And Hector Bellerin looks as if he will return to Real Betis, but could be a free transfer. Would you let him go, people? Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. Obviously, we got the Emirates Cup game on Saturday. I'm just trying to figure out whether I'm going to go to that game or do a watch-along for it. I will let you know tomorrow. Friday, we'll probably do a live stream tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, people, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bless!